Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about pteridophytes and gymnosperms. So here, what are pteridophytes? These are the first land plants. First land plants which will occupy first terrestrial ones. And these are include horsetail plants, fern plants are included. And these are the first vascular cryptogams. That means xylem and phloem vascular tissues are present. Xylem will conduct the water and phloem will conduct the food. The pteridophytes are found in cool, damp, shady areas because they will flourish well in the sandy soil conditions also, but they are present in the shady areas. If you see the plant body, so the main plant body here, the dominant plant body is the sporophyte, which is differentiated into true root, stem, leaves are present, and well differentiated vascular tissues are present. The leaves in the pteridophytes are smaller or larger. Small if they are, we call them as a microphylls, which are seen in the Selaginella, or large macrophylls seen in the fern plants. Okay, the sporophyte, which were the sporangia that are subtended by leaf-like appendages, they are called as the sporophylls. In some sporophylls may form distinct compact structures called strobilli or the cones, cone-like structure. They will form, that is a sporangia, which will present like a leaf-like structure. So those called as a sporophylls. So these cones are seen in the Selaginella, Equisetum. These are the horsetail ones, horsetail plants. So in this type of the plants we see these sporophylls. So leaf-like structure at their lower base. The sporangia will present. Those sporangia will helps in the formation of the spores. Okay, so sexual reproduction. So the gametophytes bear male and the female sexual organs, antheridia and the archegonia. Water is required for the transfer of antherozoids, male gametes, to reach the archegonium mouth. So they require water. Fusion of male and female egg. So that is male gamete and the egg cell fused to form the zygote. Okay, zygote therefore produces a multicellular well differentiated sporophyte, which is a dominant plant body. Here two types of the spores they will produce by the sporophytes. Homosporous and the heterosporous. Homosporous means if produced all the spores are of the same kind, similar ones, same size, etc. So this is the majority of the pteridophytes they will produce. Heterosporous means two different ones. Smaller spores are called as microspores, and the larger spores we call them as the megaspores. Microspores are the male, megaspores are the female. Example, Selaginella. Okay. Classification. So pteridophytes are further divided into four classes. Psilopsida, example is Psilotum. Lycopsida, Selaginella, Lycopodium. Sphenopsida, Equisetum. Pteropsida, Dryopteris, Pteris, Ediantum. So what is the economic uses? They are mostly medicinal purpose, and also they are ornamental plants. Ornamental plants means just for the show they will plant those, and these are also soil binders. Soil binders, they will stick to that, and they are the mostly ornamental because horsetail like leaves, so they are present. So that's why they are ornamental and medicinal purpose. Next, that is phanerogam, actually flowering plant, that is the gymnosperm. Plants in which the ovules are not enclosed by any ovary wall, that is a ovary wall is absent. So due to that ovary wall, what happens? Ovules are naked. That means a fruit is not forming. So the seeds are exposed outside. Naked seeds we will see. Okay. So naked seeds we will see here. The seeds that develop post fertilization are not covered. So plant body here is, of course, the gymnosperms. They are medium sized trees or the tall trees are present. So the giant redwood tree Sequoia is the tallest in the gymnosperm. Plant body, roots are present. Mostly they are taproot system, and the taproot system and the roots in the pinus have fungal association. That is mycorrhiza. We will see fungal association in the cycas. In the cycas, coralloid reeds, that is the cyanobacterium, will mutual relationship, symbiotic relationship to fix the nitrogen. Okay, stems are unbranched like cycas or branched in the pinus. Leaves may be simpler the compound. In cycas, pinnate leaves, pinnately compound leaves are present. Okay, the leaves in the gymnosperms are well adapted to the extreme temperatures, humidity and the wind. And in the conifers, needle-like leaves are present, and their thick cuticle, sunken stomata to prevent the water loss, these are present in the conifers because they are present in the dry areas. So that's why the leaves may be simple or compound type of the leaves they contain. So this is the plant body. So of course they will have a dominant sporophytic plant body. So dominant one they will have. So complete true things are present. So in the other plant mycorrhizal association taproot system, so all these we will see. So development of the spores and the gametophyte, the gymnosperms produce a haploid, it is also heterosporous, so micro and the megaspores it will produce. So of course the spores are gametes. Okay, so that's why they are haploid. Spores are produced within the sporangia which bear on the sporophylls. Here also strobillae or cones we will see. So the female gametophyte, which is multicellular one, which will retain within the megasporangium. This is a special character. Male and female cones are present on the same tree or different tree. If they are on the same tree, we call them as a monoecious, the like pinus or bisexual. If they are on the different trees, that is male and female plants are different, then we call them as a unisexual or dioecious one. And we see this in the cycas plants. Okay, so the spores they will produce, so megaspores are the female one, micro are the male ones. Okay, next plant group, flowering one, dominant one among all the different plant angiosperms, the pollen grains and ovules are developed in flowers, so they are covered with, that's why seeds are not exposed or so fruits are present. So they are present in wide range of the habitats. Smallest angiosperm is the Wolffia and the tallest one is the Eucalyptus. So they provide us food, fodder. Many important characters are present in the angiosperm. Most of the all the crop plants will come under angiosperms. Most of the flowering, all the flowering ones. Okay, and complete flower we see here. The male organs in a flower is the stamen. Stamen will consist of a slender filament with anther at the tip. The anther, after meiosis, it will produce the 4 pollen grains. The female sex organs are the pistil or carpel. Okay, the pistil consists of an ovary enclosing ovules. Within the ovules, highly reduced female gametophyte, that is the embryo sacs are present. Embryo sac formation is preceded by meiosis. After meiosis, it will be produced, and each cell of the embryo sac will have the haploid cells. After mitotic division, it will produce a 3-celled egg apparatus. Okay, if you see this is the pistil, and the lower region we call it as a ovary. Fine. So the embryo sac after mitosis, it will produce egg apparatus, 1 egg cell and 2 synergids are present. And 3 antipodals at the one end, and also at the central secondary nucleus is present. So that's why we are calling the embryo sac. Okay, the embryo sac as a 7-celled 8 nuclei 1. Okay, and the important special character of these angiosperm, that is the double fertilization. So one of the male gamete fuses with the egg cell to form the zygote. This is a syngamy. And whereas the second male gamete will fuses with the diploid secondary nucleus at the central region to produce a triploid one. Actually 2 nucleuses and 1 male gamete with 1 haploid nucleus fuse together to form the triploid, and it will form the primary endosperm nucleus. This is known as the triple fusion, and this is important character of the angiosperm. The zygote, after a syngamy, egg and male gamete fuses to form the zygote, which develops into the embryo, and later this primary embryo endosperm nucleus develops in endosperm, which give nourishment to the growing embryos. Okay, remaining all will disappear. And the life cycle of these 3 divisions of the plant, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and the angiosperms, will show the diplontic life cycle. That is, diploid sporophyte is the dominant one, which is independent phase. So that's why the gametophytic phase is represented by a single or few cell haploid gametophyte. So dominant one is the diploid. So we are calling it as a